guys, it's your girl Fee Stefan here, and welcome back to another episode of Offbeat Black Girl Podcast. I am feeling really good today, but I did not feel like getting dressed and getting the camera out and recording this video with a visual. So today, you just get my voice. It's going to be audio version, and we're just kicking it and chilling and just having a good time. I have to say, I've been in a pretty good space these past couple of days, and I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that so much. So, as you guys know, I've been out of work for about a month now. I think Saturday, tomorrow is going to make a month, officially 30 days that I've been out of work. And it's been everything that I needed. I don't think I realized how much I needed a reset until I got my reset. And that's crazy because, we'll be working and, we'll be exhausted and we'll be tired and we'll be saying to ourselves, or at least I'll be saying to myself, like, when I get a chance, I need a break, I need a vacation, I need a day where I can just sleep in, I need all these things. But it wasn't until I got it and I got the rest that I realized how exhausted I was. You know how you're like ripping and running and you're doing all these things, and then you finally get a day to sleep in, and you sleep in till like 1 o'clock or sometimes 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you're like, man, I must have been really tired. Or you go to bed at like 6 o'clock in the evening and you sleep all through the night until the next morning. And you're like, man, my body must have really needed that rest. That's exactly how I've been feeling mentally, spiritually, physically this past month. I've just been like, I was really tired. I was really exhausted. I really needed this reset. So it couldn't have come at a better time. I've said this before. It just happened to come at the most perfect time. And for a minute there, I didn't see it. I didn't see it because, as you guys know, I travel for work. And when I finished my last contract, it was time for me to start my next contract. And so I finished that contract on October 5th. And I didn't want to be out of work too long. Everybody's missing that paycheck. So I didn't want to go too long without getting paid or anything as contract. I don't have PTO or anything like that. So I was really hoping to start October 17th. That would give me, a little over a week home with the family and then go on to my next assignment. And that in the 17th didn't happen. And so I tried to shoot for the 24th. That was a no-go. And then, of course, the 31st. And that fell through as well. So I ended up just kind of being forced a little bit to staying put longer than necessary. And you guys know I believe in, signs from the universe, signs from the spirit world. And I really believe that I got all the signs that I needed to tell me to sit my butt down, to sit down, appreciate the now, not worry about the future, not worry about the past, be in this moment. And this moment was everything I needed at home. So, giving a quick shout out to my guy for holding down the fort while I got a chance to sit at home and do everything that I wanted to do and nothing that I didn't want to do. So shout out to him because, not having to worry about that financial burden as well just really was just another aspect of me just truly being able to let go and relax. And trust me, I'm not saying that I didn't have moments where I was worried about stuff, that I was stressed about stuff, but overall, it was amazing. It was amazing. So shout out to him. And, I was determined to be selfish during my time off and do everything for me. Now, I know when, look, when I say selfish, I don't mean that I'm just completely and utterly disregarding everybody else. And it's just me, 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 me. Like, I don't In a way, in a way, that's what I mean. But also, not just where I'm like, everybody's on their own. I don't care about nobody's feelings. I'm just focused on me. Like, not necessarily that. But yes, I was 100% determined to put myself first. I want to do all the things that Felicia wants to do. So my version of selfish simply involved me just doing everything that I wanted to do when I wanted to do it and how I wanted to do it. And you guys know my kids are big. They're like teenagers, preteens, so they're pretty self-sufficient. So that gives me a chance to be selfish when I want to be selfish. And I did that. I did that, and it was so awesome. It was so awesome. So, some examples, right, guys? I signed up for Pilates, and I was doing those classes, and it was great. And the days that I didn't want to go to Pilates, I didn't go. And I made sure that I didn't beat myself up about not going. So this is the part about me being selfish, right? Because I would do these things, do certain things, not necessarily for me, but how it looked to like society. Like I want to look like fit mom. I want to look like I got it together, and on the days where I was just like, you know what? And I want to sit here and watch Bebop Flay and eat Fruity Pebbles. And that's what I did. So on the days I felt like drinking all my water and eating healthy and going to Pilates, I did that. And on the days I felt like doing none of that, I did not do any of that. I also went through some boxes in my closet in my spare room, in the spare guest room, and got out old pictures and, just changed out some of the frames and then put new pictures in those frames. Did some redecorating around the house, did some painting, added some fresh plants. Decorated some of the furniture, bought new furniture, got rid of old furniture, and clean out my closet, guys. Oh my gosh. If you could see my closet and my drawers, they looked bad. They looked so bad. But I finally got around to doing that. With me traveling, it was really hard for me to find time to do things. And I know for some people, they're like, you're traveling, but when you're home, you have plenty of time to do X, Y, and Z. And, it's probably true. If I had wanted to make time to do those things, I would have done them. But with me being gone and working in a totally different state, when I got home, I didn't want to do anything at all but focus on the people that I missed when I was gone. So I spent time with my guy, I spent time with the kiddos, I spent time with my sister, hung out with my homegirls, and really tried to spend that quality time with those that I obviously don't get to spend that time with when I'm away. And so reorganizing my closet and my drawers was not high on my priority list, like at all. But, I was able to do a lot of things that I wanted to do. I went to brunch. I slept in. I wrote a little bit, worked on this book that I'm writing. I just did what I wanted to do. And I didn't do what I didn't want to do. I think that's the bigger thing, not the one. I mean, obviously doing what I want to do, but not doing the things that I don't want to do. And being okay and not feeling guilty about not doing those things. And, I spent a lot of time with my kids. I spent a lot of time with my kids during this time period as well. Because I love them, because they're amazing and aggravating and frustrating, but all the above, hands down, all the above. And that's something that I like to do. So I did that. We, made s'mores on the fire pit in the backyard. I now know that I don't like s'mores. They are not good. They're not good. they're not good. I mean, maybe I liked them when I was younger. When you're a kid, you like sweet things. And I feel like now that maybe I never like marshmallows, I'm not 100% sure, but which maybe you should know that before you make a s'more. But I don't like those. So I now know I don't like s'mores. But we sat by the fire pit outside and told like ghost stories. We went trick or treating. We had game night. We had we cooked together. We went to Scarowinds, like I mentioned. We did so much stuff. We had really, really good talks. I think that's one of the good things about them being older is that I can have real, like, adult type conversations with them, really dig into their heads, find out how they're feeling, what they're going on with their life, what they're going on, what's going on with their life as well. And it's so dope. It's so dope watching them grow up, you know? Just seeing them when they were younger, and then seeing them as they get bigger and watching them tackle their own obstacles and overcome them, and have their own stuff going on in their own lives, and just being able to be a part of that and can really contribute to like giving them advice and helping them navigate and maneuver as they become young adults has just been an honor and a blessing to be a part of. So that's been pretty freaking awesome for sure. So, I said all that to say this month has been everything that I needed to be able to make decisions and about my life and really move forward with those decisions. But I've been doing a lot of soul searching during this time off too, and really focusing on rewriting my story. So what I've noticed about myself is that my life on paper is so amazing, right? But my mentality sometimes just isn't. And I talked a little bit about this on the episode about the antidepressants, where I was like, my life is great. My life is really, really amazing. But for whatever reason, I still have these, little pockets of emptiness that I'm still trying to figure out and explore and feel. And I was talking to a really good friend of mine the other day, over wine, of course. But she said something that really stuck with me. It's just like, you focus so much on your past and it like holds you. It's like a chain, a ball, like a, some things, ball and chain. And it's just like dragging you down, like keeping you from moving forward, just makes it difficult to move forward, right? And then you have the future that's so unknowing that makes it hard to move forward. So you end up being this stagnant person. Number one, from the fear of the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen, not being able to control what happens. And then the same thing with the past, just weighing you down for whether that's guilt or sadness or just whatever else is going on. Either way, you just end up stagnant. And I feel like that's where I found myself. And that was creating my unhappiness. A lot of that past that I was holding on to, and then the uncertainty about the future. And I have control issues when it when it comes to certain things. And I realized that so much of my life I felt like I didn't have control over, whether that was in relationships, whether that was job, whether that was whatever. And so now I feel like I need to know what's going to happen in order for me to be happy. And this is something I've learned just over the past 30 days about myself and really sitting with myself, is that if I feel like I can't control my future, then my future must be sucky. Also, I've learned that I don't transition really well. Well, let me take that back. I transition well when I control, there's the control again, the transition. I'm okay with adapting plans when I make the adaptation. But if it's anything else that causes me to adapt or pushes me to transition or pushes me to have to change trajectory. Then there comes that uncertainty again. Then comes that lack of control. And then comes the sadness. Then comes the emptiness, those pockets of emptiness. And even when I feel like, oh, I have fixed this or I have healed this, or I've moved past this, another pocket kind of opens up, where it's like, this one's filled, here's another one. This one's filled, here's another one. Like, it's a never ending cycle. And what I'm learning is to let go. Let go. Like, all this month, what I've done is exactly what I wanted to do. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that I can control, that I have really absolute control over, unless for whatever reason I end up with some type of debilitating disease and I no longer can control my muscles or my limbs or my mind, or that sort of thing. The only thing that I really have control over is me. Even to a degree, like as a parent, I can set rules, I can set boundaries, I can do all these things for my children, but I can't control them. They're still going to do things they're not supposed to do. They're still not going to listen. They're still going to push the boundaries. They're still going to be out there and be curious and trying to figure out who they are. And so maybe break, whatever standard or, or rule that I have for them, or maybe not reach a certain expectation or exceed an expectation that I have for them. I cannot control that. I can't control my partner. I can't control my boss. I can't control my sister. I can't control the weather. I can't control anything at all but me and how I feel about me, how much I love me, how much I accept me, how much I want me. And that's it. And that's it. I can't control the past. The past is there. It's what happened. Some parts were amazing and some parts were hell. Hell. It was sucky. But there's nothing I can do about the past. And I can't control the future. I can prepare for what might come in the future. But at the end of the day, my destiny is already set. The universe has already wrote that script. And all I can do is just get ready for whatever hits me. And if it's something negative, then girl, prepare yourself for resilience. Prepare yourself to conquer. Prepare yourself to hop over that obstacle. And if it's something amazing, prepare yourself to receive it. Prepare yourself to swim in it. All that love and all that blessing and luxury that's coming your way. But that's all I can do. That's all I can do. I've been spending so much time trying to rewrite my story. And there was no need to do that. My story is written. For this particular lifetime, I don't know about the next, I don't know about the past, but for this one right here, this story for me is written. All I gotta do is wake up every day and enjoy the ride and appreciate where I am. It's so simple, and I was making it so hard. Like that Lauryn Hill verse. I'm not gonna sing it, but y'all know which one I'm talking about. I have a bad habit of making my life difficult. And not necessarily like physically, I'm not really doing anything, but mentally, I can talk a good situation bad, let me tell you. But I have this magical power to talk a bad situation good too. So I don't know. It's like yin and yang. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that is the realization that I've come to in this past month. Just be here. Just be here. Just be here. Be in this moment. Be present and enjoy it. I look at, well, I don't watch the news. I already told you I don't watch the news, but I look at social media and I see so many tragedies. Parents losing kids, kids losing parents, friends losing friends, siblings losing siblings. I mean, it's awful. And we never know our day or our time or anyone else's for that matter. So the only thing I can do is appreciate and pour my energy into those that love and appreciate me and pour their energy back into me. The only thing I can do is show up every day as the best version of me. And the only thing I can do is love me. Love me. Love my flaws. Love my points of perfection if I have any. Love my smile, love my skin, love my personality, love my silliness and my goofiness and my clumsiness, love my genuineness, love the love that I give others. And that's it. And if I can do that, man, my story is going to be beautiful no matter how it turns out. And at the end of the day, I spend time talking about what my life looks on paper. When at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what my life looks like to me, not what it looks like to somebody looking in, not what it looks like to, a coworker or a friend or a family member. I measure my success. I measure my happiness. So the only person that I should look to for the interpretation of what my life is and how it's going is me. And then when I do that, realize that the only part that I can control is me. So I'm gonna wake up every day appreciative. I'm gonna wake up every day with gratitude. I'm gonna wake up every day thankful for everything that I have and everything that I'm gonna get and everything that I might lose. Because if I lost it, I didn't need it. I'm gonna show up every day ready. And if I do that, we good. We Gucci. So I'm ready. I'm ready. As of today, as of tomorrow, I'm ready. I'm ready for it all. I'm thankful for it all. I'm thankful for that friend that told me to get out of my own head, to get out of my own way. And remember, you can reach me at offbeatblackgirl@gmail.com. And I will see you next Friday. Maybe you'll see my face for a visual episode. If not, you will definitely hear my voice. Thank you for tuning in. Love you lots. Bye.